Pause. Crazy pause.
I thought about it, but
that was wild. Okay. Episode starts here. I'm cutting all of this out. I'm cutting every single bit of this out. Yo, what's going on? Episode 15 of the Too Many Ideas Podcast. It's your boy Mars here. Got Luke in the building. Got B over here. Just haphazardly just decided she wanted to be on the pod because she wanted to sit in the corner. No, she wanted to sit in the corner. She wanted to sit in the corner and talk while the podcast was going on. So I was just like, you know what, just hop on the mic and talk.
So to give the audience some more clarity on that statement, I was willing to speak, but I just wanted to speak over there with the gentleman on the couch.
The gentleman on the couch.
But also that I couldn't unless I'm over here.
And the gentleman...
That's what I was thinking. I could have grabbed the mic and went over there.
No, bruh.
Does it not reach?
No, it doesn't reach. Like, it literally does not reach. The gentleman on the couch is Key, who is always the gentleman on the couch at this point.
Key being the cut, no kissing.
He might as well be our audio guy.
Honestly.
Our parks to our Joe, Rory, and Maul here. Yeah. But, yeah, man, I'm tired today, honestly, so we're not going to be here too long. But, I ain't had no specific topic today, but this past Friday, I should say, was a really good, exciting day for music. Like, probably the first, like, really exciting day for me, at least.
In the past year.
Yeah, in a long ass time.
What all happened?
So Isaiah Rashad dropped after how many years? Like 3, 4?
Yeah.
Because I think Sun's Tirade was like 2017.
Oh, 17?
Or 18, right?
I can tell you right now.
It was a while ago. And even if it was 2019, like, that's still forever.
Really, anything pre-pandemic was a long time ago at this point.
Yeah.
It really, for real ass, bro.
But Isaiah dropped his first song in forever with fucking my guy, my favorite rapper, Duke Deuce.
Nah, for real, it's 2016, by the way.
2016.
It's 5 years.
That's 5 years. So, but he has dropped a song since then, that little Y something freestyle with TDE when they drop like 2 or 3 songs or whatever. Okay. But that don't count for nothing. This counts for something because this is leading up to a project. And he's been teasing this song for forever, like for a while. Probably like maybe like 2 years or a year at least.
I don't know if it was the same song. I'm not gonna lie.
The same beat, maybe not the same version, but definitely the same beat. Because I remember watching a live with him where he was on there, and I heard this beat, and I remember the beat, and I remember because he was dancing the same way in the video as he was for the beat in the live. So I was just like, okay, this is about to be a hard ass song. But with Deuce just made it even more, perfect.
I feel like the chemistry was really there. I was telling Kreese that yesterday.
Straight like Memphis energy.
Yeah, Isaiah's always had some like southern sound to me, which is obvious. So yeah, it's fire.
Is he from the South?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, he is. He's from Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Right, Tennessee. That's where Memphis is, right? Memphis is in Tennessee. Yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
What a weird place to be from.
Honestly,
I was just like, I'm
really
from Tennessee.
Not really. When you think about it, like a lot of people don't realize how many of these like newer Southern rappers are from like Tennessee. Memphis and that area. Like
I've heard a lot of like South Carolina. I've heard Carolina like.
Nah, you know, like Moneybagg Yo, he's from there.
Really, Tennessee?
What's the Dolph, Key Glock, all of them are from that same kind of like area. I think it's Memphis.
It's probably Memphis.
I hope I'm
even
not wrong.
if it's not Memphis, they're gonna claim Memphis.
It's somewhere like that, and then they're all under. Dang, I forgot old bruh's name. That old nigga. Yo Gotti.
Oh, that whole nigga.
They all kind of like descend from him. Not Dolph, and not Glock. It's like 2 different like factions over there. The Yo Gotti faction and then the not Yo Gotti faction.
Fucking weird.
Like, yeah. But you got, Black Youngster. All of them are from there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds real.
I'm not gonna lie. Hearing all these, remember all like their raps, like this all makes sense. They all kind of sound.
They all, they have that same kind of vibe to them, and then even with Duke Deuce, he's the only one who's kind of like a little bit, well, besides Isaiah, of course, the only one who's kind of like a little bit like different, just because he does all like the dance and shit, and he's a little bit more like hype and over the top, like, in a more 3-6 Mafia kind of sense.
Yeah.
You know, and he has a lot of connection like with that through his music, the way he does his stuff. He dropped with he did that song with Offset that was real good too. Gangsta Party, and that was like in the same kind of vein, the same kind of sound, that 3-6 Mafia kind of thing that he had going on. But there was that, and then of course we all know Cole dropped his interlude thing.
That shit was too tough, bro.
Yeah, I was talking to Corey. He said it was mid, and I was just like, "You're crazy. That sample is too fire." And I don't ever say that because I've never been a big Cole fan, like ever. Like I listen to his music, like the projects, whatever, they're cool. But I've never been like Cole is dropping, let me go check for that.
Yeah, I just really random, but I like J. Cole, like personally, but his fans make me not like him.
What's wrong with his fans?
Bro, they always try to make everything he says so deep, as if the man literally didn't tell us last year that he doesn't read. Like, you can't make this up. So I'm like, there's no type of...
Maybe he listens if he doesn't read.
I don't...
Yeah, he literally said, I don't be reading, but I be listening. And I'm just
like... I mean, I never thought of J. Cole... It's kind of crazy that we have a session, but I never thought J. Cole's a deep rapper. I mean, he just talks about average day.
To me neither, but I think it's more so his like persona just kind of.
It's just a time. That's what I say. It's funny that we're saying this. It's the times that we're in that to be talking about that. It's deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just doesn't wear nothing flashy, and then he don't shave.
Yeah, that's
yo, relax.
That's the thing. That adds to his deep aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know?
He's not one of these other rappers.
To me, what's funny is like if he was like joined in like 07, 06 or everything, he would have to go so much harder because everyone's rapping about the same thing, like just being black and trying to make it like.
That's true. That's true. Like he's only considered a deep like lyrical rapper because of what's around him.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, like
not
the
taking
era
away
that he's
from his
in.
talent or anything, but
yeah.
But I thought the track was hard. I've always liked like aggressive J. Cole, and that's why I like the Forest Hill Drives a lot. J. Cole. Kind of just like his attitude, his demeanor, his delivery was just like freaking crazy. I feel like his last two projects kind of been on. I got more preachy vibes than anything. But that interlude was hard. But I'm really excited.
One thing for me, and this is kind of just like something that happens when I'm thinking about like albums that are coming out. When that first song that drops is like such a hard song, it kind of makes it. I kind of want to like lower my expectations for the album because I feel like every time I hear like that first song, that single, when the single is crazy, the album tends to like let me down because they end up that single is like the standout, and then now they go in a whole different direction on the album. I feel like I hear that a lot.
And I blame like the two really up until like 2015 because back then I remember Beyonce was a really good point. You know, people didn't listen to albums back then. You know, people had singles and then they kind of had the singles on an album nobody ever cared to listen to. So the singles had to pop because nobody ever cared about the whole body. But I feel like we're getting back into the time people actually care about the whole like sequence of the songs.
That's very true.
Because I know I didn't listen to albums.
Yeah, I mean, of course it was like Wayne or Kanye, but like chances are if I heard a single that was good, I wasn't changed.
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh my god, what's the album?
I mean, back in like 2000s, early 2010s, it was very like singles driven. Like sometimes people will drop singles and you wouldn't even hear about when their album came out because it was all about the single, and they put all the promotion behind the single because just the transition from record selling to streaming is just like you can sell your single and make enough money, but now having an album with that single on it is where also like all your streams is coming from. Yeah. But I feel like, and this goes back to kind of why I always liked like Travis projects, because I feel like his first song is always like kind of like just okay, and then when you hear the album, it's like you hear all these other like things that's like the wow factors basically.
Yeah, see, because like my favorite album by him is Birds in the Trap, and to me every song sounds like a single. To me the album didn't flow.
You think every song on Birds in the Trap sounds like a single?
Honestly, like they don't flow to me.
I think I would agree with that.
Honestly. Like every song is good, but like I want like it doesn't go. Flow? Yeah, it don't go into the next song. There's no type of like. I feel like storytelling. It's just like good song, good song, good song.
That's the one album that he didn't do any kind of like storytelling with.
But I feel like even
her
original statement is true. I feel like every song in there could be a single, probably except for like maybe towards the end where it gets a little bit a little bit slower. But yeah, I feel like every song could have literally just dropped.
It could have.
And I feel like with Travis, just because I was just thinking about this earlier and looking at his like discography. I feel like he has a formula where it's always like, okay, boom, you dropped a single. It's a cool single. Like it's enough to like draw people in or whatever, and then boom, album comes out. First song is like a little like storytelling song or whatever. It's just like an introduction, and then that second song, he's like off to the moon with it. Or like the second half in Birds in the Trap specifically, the second half of the first song where you have like your Andre 3000 on it, and then like second song on Rodeo, Oh My This Side, and then Astro World, the Frank song is the second song. Like I feel like he always tries to like take off with the album.
I agree. That. I want him to do like a J. Cole and just like I want to hear him, which I wasn't a big Travis song way back when, so maybe you guys can tell me.
I don't know where this is about to go.
Well,
you know, no features.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. No, I'm okay. Like
because like he's like the first album that I peeped that didn't promo the features. You kind of just heard them as you were listening. I was like,
I mean, I'd be interested to hear it, but at the same time,
I don't think I can handle it though.
I like. I realize that I like hearing Travis with other people or other people on Travis songs. Like, and that's your whole argument against him. Like, other people sound no, I'm just talking about from previous episodes. You know where your stance is.
Yeah.
Like, people coming on to Travis songs is like, this is what I've been looking for.
I hear Mars's point, but to me it's like, I don't know, this is weird to me. I don't feel like he's a testament to the times. You know what I mean? I just feel like he's just with the times.
Oh, no, definitely.
Because it's like, you know, Kanye worked with, you know, I think of, I guess, Travis as the dark twisted fantasy of Kanye, you know, when he got everybody together. But I feel like those were the best of them in general. Like, not trying to be funny. Like, we got some pretty good Jay-Z bars, some pretty good Sci-Hi bars, like the best of them. I don't think that was the best of Travis. I mean, the best of Frank on Carousel. Like, it was just Frank. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was more just like, yeah, I can see that.
Because like that Nicki verse was the best of fucking Nicki. You feel me? Like
yeah, because I feel like they knew that being on their song was a big deal, so they had to come hard. But with Travis, like he needs the feature, so like I'm gonna get asked again.
Yeah, maybe it's the respect level too. Cause I was gonna ask y'all that. I think this is a discussion that's kind of like growing. You know, is Travis up there with the Drakes? Like, you feel me? Like of this new generation, like, are you saying who are you putting up there
musically?
Yeah, like
exclusively musically.
Yeah, like are you saying Young Thug, Future, and who else? I mean, I'm not saying Future, but I know people will say that. So
I mean, I think other people will say Travis too.
I'm just asking.
But I feel like off a straight number. I mean, to me, I feel like from what I see him doing now, he's literally just making music to sell everything else that he does.
And that's the thing. That's what makes Travis so hard to kind of like define him as like a, you know, is he up there with like the Drakes? Like, cool, like the music isn't there, but like if you look at it on paper, yeah, he's up there with the Drakes. But when you listen to that actual music, it's like, I mean, this isn't as impactful. Like, as far as like just the music. Like, if you take away numbers, take away everything else, you listen to these songs and people, they don't hit at parties like that all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a smaller percentage of them that do compared to like a Drake or compared to like a Thug or compared to a Future.
Yeah, and then even to compare them, it's like they've been here longer. Like Travis only on what, like his third album, fourth? Is his fourth gonna be coming out? So Astroworld was his third album. Yeah. And to me, like to your point, to me, I think Drake, he's like getting less musically. I think he's getting less impactful, but to me, he's like an old head now. You know, Dear Drake on a song is like a big deal.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That nigga's forever young. On God. I don't get it. Drake is forever young, bro. Like,
forever young.
Forever.
He's forever relevant.
No,
I would not say
he's forever young, bro. Like, come on.
I don't think he's forever young.
Y'all are wild.
What do you mean by that though? Like,
yeah.
I'm not really sure.
His music doesn't get old.
Oh, I mean, I can give you that.
Oh,
he's forever young.
Oh, you think he's? Do you think he's gonna stay like that?
Yes.
Oh, see, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I would like to bet it, but I mean, we'll figure it out. I think so.
I gotta see how this new album, because to me, his last, like after Views, it just seems pretty like I'm dropping. You know, like there was really no reason.
But the point that people don't like Drake is that like he doesn't have a niche type of sound, and I feel like that's not gonna age. Like, bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I find myself listening to One Dance now. I'm like, bro, 2016, bro, bring me back.
Yo, what?
Okay, you
of
can
all the songs on views,
but hear me out, bro.
You listen to.
Yeah, can I go back and be like, man, that was a great fucking summer. Like, Drake killed that fucking summer. On God, he did. With 2 songs.
Niggas said I'm listening to
Bro, Controller and One Dance killed that summer.
Controller, yes.
Bro, every bitch had a Snapchat with the fucking puppy ears, bro. Come on, quit playing. Like, they killed that. He killed that summer, bro. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Drake has it figured out, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Travis will get there. I think he's just continuing to stick to his art, you know?
I mean, but at the same time, I don't even know if he's actually trying to get there. I feel like Utopia will be able to kind of get a clearer picture of what he's trying to do musically. But
because to me, he didn't like critically pop until Astroworld. You know, like people like didn't really care about Rodeo or Birth of the Trap.
And those were arguably
better.
In my opinion.
For him at least.
Yeah. So now I'm just like,
it was more him too.
Yeah.
So now that I see him kind of putting his name on anything that gives him enough money, I'm like, now like, how's music sound now? Because Drake, when he first came out, it was about like, nobody wanted me, girls, problems, love. Now it's like, I'm too famous and I still want these things. So now it's like, to me, I never got a narrative from Travis. Like, what is
it's interesting how Drake has kept like that same kind of story, like through his career.
I mean, it's a very timeless story.
To me, it's funny to think how basic life is. Like, if you think about it, like, he still has the same problems. Like, just more money. Like, still has the same problems. Yeah, like,
more money ain't changed none of this shit. That's probably a bar he said in some way or shape
too many
or form.
times, huh?
But 10 times.
I feel like I look at Travis as like a next kind of Thug. And hear me out. I feel like Thug is doing the reverse of Travis. Thug dropped so much body of music that the streets respected, but the world didn't respect until So Much Fun. Then everybody's like, oh my God, he dropped a great album. But then everybody's like, bro, Thug has been great. It's just the fact he never put so much work into one body of work. And I feel like it's just up to Travis to be like, you know what, okay, I'm done doing this, bodies of work in art, quote unquote art, and I'm just dropping shit. And you have a Drake effect. Because at the end of the day, like, Travis drops good music, but it's always like, in its own rights, the long outros and the this, that, and the third.
And I do love those outros.
And that's him. That's fine. But the moment
it's not like popular.
Yeah. The moment he stops that, like, okay, I'm about to chill and give y'all some straight heat, it's over. He's another Drake. I think he has that in him. Like, he just goes about it differently. That's all.
I can see that he looks like holistically. Like, it's not just the song. It's the song and the cover art and the clothing attached to it and everything else that kind of goes apart.
The clothing he just drops. Like, he needs to start treating his music like the clothes.
But, like, I just feel like, I don't agree with everything that Travis does, or I'm not really like the biggest fan anymore, but I definitely think if he wanted to be on some Drake shit, he can do it.
Yeah,
like,
but
no
honestly,
questions asked.
To that point, I don't think he cares to. Like, to me, like, he's...
But yeah.
But he's pretty...
Because Travis, to me, like we discussed in previous episodes, he's the first rapper to be a real brand. Like, bro, if Travis is attached to anything, it's over. Yeah. Like, and Drake is too, but musically. But Travis, clothes, shoes, anything he's attached to, it's over.
It really, really upset me how he went in that interview and said he hates branding and marketing. Yeah. Like, how?
He went in the interview and said he didn't like branding and marketing. That's just
as if they didn't make him.
Literally.
Like, he is a brand. He's a market at this point. He's not just a brand. He's a whole market. Like, Travis Scott is a whole, like, ecosystem of its own.
I forgot who I was talking to, but it's getting to the point where that's kind of where I lose, like, the respect because it seems pretty, like, unauthentic. Like, I don't think he actually looks. I think it's like hey, like, I guess like people with money do this, or people with team, like, hey, here's this. He's like, all right, cool, Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? And then the people it
you feel like he just attaches his name.
Well, yeah, but then people that don't really care, don't look into it, like they imply that Travis was behind everything. Like, no, he's put his name on it. You know?
That's facts. I mean, he's killing it, man. I mean, excuse me, I just feel like
clothing drop for every single thing that he does. Yeah, like everything. Who else have you ever seen do something like that?
Because now, and then, like he did start that trend, because after that, people were, I remember some Walker was like, buy my merch so we can get to number one, because now it's like the merch is attached, like, and then you get a free copy of the album.
I thought they stopped that now. Like, the way that works for Billboard, at least.
Maybe they did. I mean, this is like when she dropped her debut. This is like a couple years ago.
I don't know if they changed it, if they just implemented more rules. I don't think they changed it.
They did, implemented more rules or changed it, I guess. I'm saying, like, that's the same thing. But basically, like, when he did it, and then afterwards, I know DJ Khaled tried to do it with the last album that he dropped. Not this most recent one, but the one before that, and they stopped it.
The reason why, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't fully look into the DJ Khaled thing. The reason why his shit didn't work, what was he doing again? Was it like...
There was a certain
drinks,
thing,
right?
Huh?
It was like energy. It was something.
Yeah, it was something like that. Oh yeah, it was like that product. He couldn't do it like that.
Yeah, it was the product that he was choosing to use. Yeah,
but I think now they've changed it to where it just doesn't work the same way. Like it doesn't count in the same kind of way. Like when Travis did it with his Astro World merch.
Yeah.
And the way that they counted was like, okay, this is instantly going to number one. This is instantly going like platinum because people are buying this merch.
When Nicki went crazy about that.
Yeah, she was so upset because she didn't do this. She didn't do it the right way. Basically, she tried to do the same thing, but the way it was packaged was like, oh yeah, I remember. She gave people a choice to download the album when they bought the merch, and nobody chose to download the album. They just bought the merch. But with Travis, it was like, okay,
automatic.
You buy this merch,
and you've automatically
bought an album. Essentially,
yeah, and it was automatically sent to you too.
Yeah, like, literally, like. Because I think that was the only time that I ever, like, bought some Travis merch just because it takes so fucking long to get to you. Yeah. And I remember I bought, like, a few different pieces and I had a few copies of that album.
A few copies?
Right there.
Let's talk about that. Do you feel like, as a consumer, people will get tired of that, like, wait?
What? You know, the Travis weight?
Yeah, I was really about to call that because it's called the Travis weight at this point. It's
not. Because it's becoming the norm for everybody now. Like, everybody's doing that same kind of Travis weight with their shit.
I was thinking, like, to kind of go down to, like, independent designers. And that's what I think is going to stay because to the point, I mean, the whole thing now is that you pre-order, it pays for the production, and then that's how you get it.
That's so messed up, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I forgot who... Kid Cudi was dropping some merch, and it was nice and it was cute, but it only took 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He talking about the Cactus Flea Plant merch.
Yeah,
that shit
and I'm
was
just like,
hard though.
There's personally me, I'm just like, I don't. Why even? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Brockhampton, bro, because I feel like they do it right, and that's the one thing I even do with my own clothing. Like, if I can afford to, a certain amount will be shipped out as soon as possible, and I will redrop it for everybody, but it will be pre-order. What's wrong with that?
So is my pants gonna be shipped out as soon as possible?
No,
and that's pre-order.
I just had to ask. I just wanted to know.
No, because I was thinking about that too. Because like I remember, I think I was talking to David, but like I was mad because it was so obvious that it was just a mock-up that was on the website. Yeah. So you didn't even see this. So we don't even know what's in look like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then on top of that, y'all got the money. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So why the fuck y'all pre-ordering?
Listen, they could easily have all that shit right there. Because they know it's gonna sell. But at the same time,
it's all about saving money, saving $1.
Literally. Like they don't have to spend a dime until it comes out.
My point is, it's just like that's why I said I like the Brockhampton approach, and I feel like I've seen other people do it too. But
so what do they do with their merch? Because I don't really like.
Yeah, so basically, let's say they drop right sweatpants, the whole 9. Like within like probably the first 2 days, everything they drop, you can order and it'll be shipped out the next 2 weeks. You feel me? Now after that sells out, they'll drop it again. Now it's pre-order. I respect that. You feel me? Like if I wasn't able to get it, and now I gotta wait.
Yeah.
It gave me a chance. I respectfully fine with that. You feel me? If I missed my chance or I wasn't quick enough, whatever.
Yeah,
like
and plus, like, cause I know I'm the kind of shopper where it's like when I see it, like just like on the website, I'm like, I'm second guessing it. If I see it in person, I'm like, damn, like now I gotta get it. And then to that point, then it's on pre-order. I'm like, okay.
And I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Now that I see it on somebody, I can definitely wait for it.
Yeah, like to her point, I feel like that's facts. And I mean, as a shopper, I think we all agree. We just want to be able to have a chance and like to have it faster. That's it.
And that's what I feel like for all of us deters us from buying like the Travis shit because you see it. I'd be like, oh damn, this can't take that long. This can't take that long. 9 to 13 weeks. And it's just like, fuck, now I just don't want it anymore.
Yeah, because
it's just like in 9 to 13 weeks, I'm not going to care.
Yeah, because like to me, like, I feel like it's cool as like a buffer. Like to me, you have a buffer. Like, hey, like, even though to me, if you think it's going to be 2 to 4 weeks, say 4 to 6. Because to me, if it comes anytime before that 6, people will be happy. But to me, no one's going to want to wait.
The thing is, I'm not going to hold you. Even if you said 2 to 6 weeks or 4 weeks, it's not coming in those times.
Yeah.
So even the allotted time is not.
No, I remember I bought some.
Oh hell!
I remember I bought some Kanye Jesus is King merch, and I never got it. Like never got it.
I'm not gonna hold you.
It was like 8 to 12 weeks, and after that 12 weeks, I asked for my money back because no shipping, no nothing. Never got it.
Yeah, bro, they really be wilding out. It's like to me, it just shows like they really don't give a fuck.
They really do it for the money.
But and I'm happy Yeezy got himself in order like with the brand because I know Yeezy was wilding out too, bro.
Yeah,
like niggas was getting mad at Yeezys, bro, because they was fucking up.
Those times back in the day was pristine.
Never like niggas never got shit. They ended up sending 2 or 3 or like.
I had that happen where I ordered a pair of I think it was 500s, and then they were taking forever to come in. So I called them, asked about it. They sent 2, and I charged back the first pair. Yeah. And I got that first pair too, so I got 3 for. Cause
bro, and the thing is, they'll email you.
Sorry, Kanye.
They'll email, not even sorry. They'll email you all precise. You know, like, oh, we're working on it, whatever. Then just no email for like a month. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, well I want my money back. And you're not responding, so you go to the bank. Yo, I didn't get what I paid for. And then weeks later, you get just 2 shoes at your fucking front door, like
randomly, like literally randomly.
Like what the fuck?
I'll just see like a UPS or whatever FedEx shipping thing, and I'll just be like, "What the fuck is this?" And then it'll be like, because it doesn't say Yeezy like with the shipping thing. It'll say something different and random. I'll just be like, "I don't even know what this is," and then it comes in, it's just like, "Oh shit, these are those Yeezys that I ordered months ago."
I didn't even know because even before we was like ordering the 500s, people were telling me like they had a lot of problems with Yeezy, like Adidas and everything, like shipping and shit. So I'm really glad they got their shit in order because now that should be there in 2 days, bro.
Yeah, they had horrible shipping, like horrible shipping, and I'm pretty sure a lot more people than just like got over basically on them with getting like extra pairs, even with like the hard shit that came out earlier on like 350s and 750s. I'm pretty sure there's a couple stories out there where someone didn't pay for one of those pairs and they got 2 or they got 3, you know.
They definitely got their shit in order, and I think what did we order from them last? Because I remember was it just you? Was it your slides?
I had ordered I remember I ordered these 500s, the highs. I ordered some slides. The last few things that I've ordered with Yeezy Supply was here in like 2 days.
Like, bro, no cap. But
shipping, because they got a place in South Carolina now.
All that shit he be saying, but what he trying to do is facts, bro.
About coming like...
Yeah, coming closer,
coming closer. Everybody's going to get what they
want. Like he's speaking
really
facts.
True. Like, because...
At one point, what shoe was it that he made in Atlanta? Remember? Because it shipped from Atlanta and everything. I was just like, what the fuck?
I can't remember. Didn't the Foam Runner ship from Atlanta?
I think it was the Foam Runners.
Yeah, I think the Foam Runner shipped from Atlanta.
He's one brand, and you know people always gonna fuck with Yeezy no matter what because he's fucking Kanye. But like, I can give him that. He's trying. he's trying.
That's
man.
what I was thinking.
Shout out to that nigga, man.
With the shipping for sure.
Really, even getting that discussion, like, how y'all feel about Adidas overall? I feel like Adidas is really on some other shit right now, like clothing wise, shoe wise, like really taking some steps forward.
I haven't kept up too much with what they're doing outside of Yeezy.
I mean, they got fucking you know my boy. They got damn. I was about to say somebody completely different.
They got Beyonce.
They got Jerry Lorenzo. They got Beyonce. They have a lot of people, bro.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they got Jerry now.
I feel like the future for them is so bright.
It is, but the thing, because even the thing about Yeezy's like the outlier, but I was thinking about like Ivy Park. It's just shit that you just don't really want to wear them like the regular. Like, I don't know if you've seen her stuff, but it's just like bright, bold, athletic wear. And I was like, that's cool, but I can't wear this shit out.
I feel that. But the reason why I'm saying, like, I feel like they're just on
maybe a Jalen Lorenzo, I think would be good. I still think it's basics. I
feel like they're on like this to brink of something huge, just because it's like. They've always been ahead of the curve when it comes to signing people. They signed Rick. They did a collab with Rick Owens. They did a collab with Yoji for Y3. They did a collab with a lot of like designers that are like basically I won't say the forefathers, but like the forefathers. Let's go and say that. And so I just feel like with Jerry Lorenzo, you got Kanye, you got Beyonce. Like the ball is in their motherfucker.
I feel like they'd be ahead of the curve, but it's just like the execution sometimes.
I would say the same thing.
I feel like the Yeezy execution worked so well because of how much involved Kanye was with it. And that's kind of where I want to see if it's Jerry being involved, if he's like very hands-on. Like, I feel like he was pretty hands-on with his Nike shit. So if he's in the same kind of way, I'll be excited for it too.
I was going to say that overall, like, because it's funny, for my job, I had to do like supply chain like work on both of them because they're competitors. Adidas is the better brand. Like overall with like how they get their stuff, how they prepare it, like even like, you know, their little goals for like the future, like they're better. But to your point, it's all about Nike is marketed better because of the names that they choose.
My fault. I just disagree with that. I just think they're more about the artists, and the reason why I'm saying that because I think almost everyone in this room has went back to an Adidas collab that they've missed or didn't even know about, and that's because I feel like Adidas does that very well. If they were to collab with, let's use Yoji.
Wait, what do you disagree with?
He was saying that he feel like the execution was bad.
I'm about to say, you agree with me that Adidas is like the better brand.
Yeah, I was saying I don't think the execution is bad. I think it just depends on the person. Like he just said, Adidas was more Kanye was more hands on, so it came out better. But I feel like let's name her Rita Ora. You know, like
who?
I'm just saying, relax. The fact that my girl said who, I'm weak. Shit. But let's just name like a Rita Ora. It's just like a, hey, we're willing to work with you. What do you want to do? Now, I feel like Nike's more like a, no, we're not doing that. And Adidas like, we can figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, you to think about it, take away Jordans, and I feel like Nike wouldn't have the appeal that it has.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we said that like what, last week?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I wasn't there.
Like literally, you said that exact same thing.
I just feel like Adidas just, if anything, if y'all, what y'all saying, maybe give too much creative control that may like hinder things. But I've missed a lot of Adidas collab and like, why they did this, and it makes me feel even better because I'm like, wow, this was kind of a secret, I guess.
Yeah.
Like this is fire, and I don't know, I just fuck with Adidas this overall because I feel like they don't get enough credit for throwing their hand out there for creatives, like in general.
They do, yeah. They're definitely like a hey.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that.
They're more for like, hey, like we'll give you the money because I feel like when Adidas taps you, it's like, hey, we like what you do, so we'll give you the money.
Yeah, I agree.
But Nike just like, hey, this is our aesthetic. How do you fit into it? You know, or do what it takes to like fit.
Because I mean, not saying we don't know just like the details of it, but I feel like a lot of people that go from a Nike to Adidas, don't get me wrong, that Nike shoe is more epic to Mars's point because of the marketing. But to me, the shoe that they follow up with Adidas is usually way better, just overall. But it's just not as epic because
it's definitely like it would be better in a technical sense, better in a look sense, even better in a price point sense. Like all that kind of stuff will be better. But it's just like when it comes to as far as the appeal to everybody else, it just isn't as there. And I don't know if it's because of Adidas or if it's just how they kind of like. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think it just all revolves around the image thing, like what you were saying, and the difference of image between Adidas and Nike.
Because to me, like they're both athletic wear brands, but at least from what I've seen in America, but you know, Nike got basketball. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like they and that, you know, got the youth culture, and then the youth culture grew up, and then like but like Adidas, like who's sponsored by Adidas?
Who was sponsored by Adidas?
But to your point, that's what Mars is saying too. There's a lot of people sponsored by Adidas.
No. There is, to me, a lot of like soccer players are sponsored by like Adidas and Puma and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Too. A lot of basketball players.
Can you name some?
Well,
I mean,
I want to say more than half. Like,
I mean,
but superstars.
But Puma, you know, the big balls like the Michael Jordan is Nike, LeBron James. Is Nike.
I mean, I
don't know who Steph Curry is. It Puma?
No, he's Steph Curry is Under Armour.
Yeah.
Under Armour?
Yeah. She said Under Armour.
Steph Curry, the only nigga keeping Under Armour alive. And he left them niggas.
And he got that bag. Respectfully, I feel like, and this may be the inner artist in me speaking, I just like what Adidas does because I never feel like it's like money hungry. I feel like anybody I've seen go from Nike to Adidas, you can tell is more genuine. And I'm going to use an example of Sean Witherspoon, you feel me? He made those 97s, the colorful 97s, whatever, just to give, you know, an example. He went from doing that to now making like vegan leather shoes and ethical shoes. Like, I'm pretty sure that he's always wanted to do that. You know what I mean? It might have just been a different process with Nike, but with Adidas, he's willing to like, yo, this is exactly what I want to do.
And that nigga seems like he loves it over there.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, I haven't seen
all he wears is his shoes.
Anybody that went from Adidas to Nike, bro. I keep saying Adidas to Nike. From Nike to Adidas, it just seemed like it's like a whole different lifestyle. Like,
honestly, no.
Like they seem happier with what they're doing.
I can see that because like when I had to like, because I love lots about Adidas, but they're definitely innovative and they're definitely more ethical than Nike. So they are doing, to me, above and beyond what people would expect for them to be like the better shoe.
Yeah, they just haven't. You know, respectfully, and I love Adidas and they send me shit all the time, but I just don't feel like.
Okay, flex.
Flex.
No, I'm being honest.
I paid for these shoes.
I just feel like you said, like if they once they catch their Jordan, I feel like it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
is there a Jordan out there for them to catch?
Yeah, it's Kanye. That's it.
Oh, so they're Jordan. They've already caught their Jordan.
Yeah, they have. It just hasn't aged yet. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say Stan Smith because to me they come back.
Yeah,
that's
but
Jordan.
Well, not their Jordan, but you know, I think they have those classic shoes.
See, that's a classic. That's not like.
No, but it's still just a shoe. Jordan is just 23 shoes.
Yeah,
like, it's not true.
It's not defining. Stan Smiths are not defining.
They've definitely caught their one with Kanye, and I think they're gonna catch another one with whoever they seem to work with next to. I just feel like even with like Pierre Moss being at Reebok, that's their one. especially if he ages well, grows. You know what I mean? His fashion grows well. That's their one. I feel like every kind of like athletic shoe brand or whatever now is catching their one.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I feel like a lot of the shoe brands are now able to kind of like step up because they have all these different like pieces.
Yeah.
Like everybody's not on Nike or Adidas. You got J. Cole over there at Puma, J. Cole, Jay-Z, and then you know, even on a slightly smaller scale, Kid Super is over there at Puma. You know,
fire.
Reebok, like you said, with
Pierre Moss.
And
then Adidas has their slew of people.
Because I'm just thinking about the whole J.W. Anderson, like, I don't say scandal, but basically how, you know, he did the collab and then Converse basically took their shoe and just took the name on
that will forever happen. I mean, this lookalikes of Adidas, of Yeezys.
Yeah, because, like, I was thinking about...
Adidas has so many, like, Yeezy lookalikes.
That's probably the only problem I've seen, like, people complain about, that, like, Adidas is kind of quick to, like, make a closer replica of something.
Very quick. Like, I remember working at Foot Locker, and as soon as, like, 350 V2s came out, there was a Adidas tubular something.
Tubular.
That's what it was called. They looked just like a 350 V2.
But to their point, and I'm not mad at it, Nike does the same thing.
Yeah, and also to that point, you know, it makes it, of course, anybody that cares would not buy that in replacement, but there are a lot of people that just want that style. Of shit. Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially all, bro. Chelsea boots made a living off that. Nigga, Kanye wasn't wearing Chelsea boots.
Who are the original Chelsea boots?
Bro, Saint Laurent. We're talking big numbers right here. Like, bro, what?
I didn't know.
H&M and Zara killing.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking big brands right here, bro.
It's just the only thing that makes it different about like Adidas or about Nike is that they'll be taking their own brand shoe. Yeah, making a cheaper version.
It's funny if you think about it. But it's still like, it's just, you know, I even watched a Jerry Lorenzo interview and documentary, just like, it's all about making sure you're still, you know, tending to a crowd. And Kanye's crowd isn't the world. I mean, although he may want it to be, it's not. So you just still have to please, you know.
Everybody can afford a $200 shoe. Like, he's making it available to everybody, but not everybody can afford it. So you got to have those tubulars
with the way it sells,
for
they're more so $600. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know, like you got to have those kind of shoes for people who want the style.
To me, it doesn't take away from the collab. Like, because if you know Kanye, you know, you're not going to buy those shoes. But if you don't, or even if you want, like you said, something similar, you're going to buy those. Like,
and that's why I don't really like have a problem with it, because it's just like, you know, that's not an Easy. You know, it's still an Adidas shoe. It might be style, comfortable, whatever.
Yeah, because also I'm seeing the same thing happen. Because like I'm just remembering the is it Stussy or Stussy? Stussy. Okay, cool. I remember that Nike collab, and I didn't get the shoes, but basically it was already.
They dropped the regular. Yeah.
They've been doing that a lot lately.
And I've seen that again with the Reebok collab. Now they're dropping those. I think 550s. I forgot his name, but New Balance, my bad. The New Balance, about how now they're redropping all those 550s. And I'm just like, okay, cool, because it's not copying, because they're kind of taking
their original.
Because basically, the new designer did a remake and made it popular again. So now they're taking their old shit and they're saying like, okay, now you can get this. Like,
I mean, I feel like the same thing.
Those shoes, and that's a little bit different too, because those shoes will still sell out. At those same kind of prices.
That happens with everybody. Cause I feel like we can even say Pharrell helped, you know, Adidas with the super colors, and they brought back the Superstars, which was just a black and white shoe, but the super colors came in every single color. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean it's similar, but I feel like given like the New Balance thing, for example, like you have the Aimé Leon Dore ones, and then you have the New Balances that drop the same 550s that drop. Those 550s sell out and are gonna keep on like selling out now. But like with the Superstars, since it was kind of weird because the Superstar didn't like go away, they just weren't like as popular. Yeah. So people were buying them more, but they weren't like selling out because they kept on making them. Basically. And they're not making it limited. Like they're gonna still make those new 550s.
And I think that's one thing Adidas. I'm not sure if I was able to talk to somebody that like. I think they genuinely don't care for the sellout. You know what I mean? I feel like Nike definitely cares for you not to get nothing on sneakers. So it's like, you feel me? To your point, I just feel like it's all about appealing, like where you decide to, you know, who you want to go with. But as a person, and I'm just gonna say that because of my closet, I just feel like, you know, I'm looking back at a lot of shit that I like, and I never got as a child, and it was Adidas. There's Jeremy Scott's. I want them hoes, and that was Adidas. You feel me? Like imagine if Jeremy Scott would have got Nike, bro. Like that would have been fucking. I don't think he would have been able to do what he was doing.
I don't think he would do that shoe.
Yeah.
I think
he did a lot of crazy shit with it.
Because even with Nike, to your point, they're just bringing all their old shoe styles. Like, hey, like just add some different colorways.
Literally,
colorways.
And that's the thing. The sushi shit was just different colorways, and then they brought the shoe back, and like I done seen so many people cop those. The original shoes because they couldn't get the Stussies.
I mean, this is just like
and them shits are still selling out.
That's like when Undercover basically remade the tailwinds, and then Nike started to throw the Daybreaks. My fault. Started throwing the tailwinds and the Daybreaks and everything out there. Like, you know,
I don't feel like that hit the same because I don't think those. I think the Undercover Daybreaks look too different from the original Daybreaks.
I think it does because it gets people ready. Like, someone could be like,
oh, those. I'm saying, like, I don't think those same the older Daybreaks sold as well as, like, let's say, like the Stussy, what are they? The Spirit on, like the Uncaged.
Yeah.
No, to me,
to
me, it's just about getting people ready. If Drake was to, I don't know, let's just do some random shit out there. I don't fucking know. Wear some crazy ass Timbs, right? Let's say some pink colored Timbs.
He would wear some Timbs.
Like there's some pink. Let's say some pink colored Timbs, right? The pink colored Timbs never drop, but black drops. You know what I mean? It's just like it just got you ready. Like I think I like Timbs all of a sudden. That's how I look at it.
It's more so the silhouette.
Exactly.
Than the
because to your point.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
To your point, the Daybreaks, the undercovers were kind of like on, you know, out there.
Yeah.
But it still got you ready. Like, hey, I like those, but a little too loud. Well, here's the dimmed down version. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess what I was saying was that I don't think that those, specifically in the Daybreak situation, that those Daybreaks, the regular Daybreaks, sold as well as like the regular Spiridoms, you know, compared to
you're just comparing it to I agree.
Some of the Daybreaks didn't sell out though because the colorway that they came in. Yeah, so that one.
I agree.
Those sushi sold out immediately.
I agree.
Same thing with the Forces too. Like,
I'm interested to see because I just feel like we had this discussion kind of way back, just how just businesses move in general, move forward.
Yeah, and also super random. I remember when I couldn't get those, I bought, the regular ones. And I don't know why my immediate assumption was that they also sold out. So I went to StockX and they're like 2 something. And then I forgot who I was talking to. They're like, no, it's on the Nike site. I was like, oh, it's still here for $120. And they still got it on StockX for 2 something. And it's still being bought for that 2 something because people just assuming that shit sells out nowadays.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's part of the whole conversation. Like, that sellout factor. Nike and Travis are a match made in heaven when it comes to selling shit out.
I can't even imagine they shoes for retail. Oh God,
like that's wow. Man, fuck with Adidas, bro. That's all I gotta say.
No,
honestly, still start sponsoring me. Like honestly, I'll get them tatted and all. Like, bro, I just like the fact that I don't even care if I don't get the shoe or the shirt or whatever. I just don't want to know. I just want to have a chance.
Genuinely, I feel like when even with like Yeezy drops, I feel like
I have a chance. Like I really do.
At most of these, not every single thing, but mostly everything. I feel like I have a chance.
Adidas is but Nike is a fuck no.
It's like if I hit on sneakers, it's like I just got struck by lightning
in
a good way. Like that's literally how I feel.
There's this one tweet and like it was the whole you got him. He was like I didn't even want them. I just want to see it.
Yeah. I'm not talking about. Yeah, bro. Niggas
at that point, you just go on sneakers just to
see.
And that's what I feel like also is part of the
marketing,
the issue and like the problem with people being able to get shit off of sneakers is that everybody just wants to hit something.
It's just like the lottery
so they're
now.
going out for everything.
When Mars said that shit when we went to a sneakers event, Super Bowl was going on here, and we were just standing there. He was like, "Bros, people in this line are just gonna buy something just because of the fact they're waiting in this line."
Yeah, and just because of the fact that it's sneakers.
And I was just
never hit on
sneakers.
I
literally told Mars, I was just like, "No way, bro! Like nobody's about to just buy some random 13s." And best believe we walked in there. We walked in there, niggas was just buying shit because they was like, "We've been in line for something." I'm like, "Fuck out of here, bro!" Like.
Man, these sold out on sneakers, so I'm gonna go and get it. Bro, they had plenty of these in the back. They had plenty of these everywhere. These shits aren't even hot, bro.
But I think
you just getting them because
to Kanye's point, I think he's definitely gonna help with that. I think a lot of brands are pushing towards that to just, making you feel like you really do have a chance. And if you don't miss it, we're gonna bring it back some way, some shape or form.
Like he did with the he's doing with the blushes
and the slides too.
Yeah,
he bringing back the blush. I mentioned that too. He's bringing back the blushes, full restock. And he even has Yeezy Day.
What are the blushes?
Yeezy 500s. They were
the
kind of like that light pink color.
I thought it was soft. I thought they were purple.
No, they're talking about 2 different ones. There's the soft visions, the one you're talking about, and there's the ones that dropped before that. It was like a lighter color. I'll show you.
It was like a light, like very, very light pink.
No, because every now and again, I'm like, I got paid today, and those shoes are still at $700. I'm like,
I don't understand that shit, but the soft vision, the
soft
purple
vision.
with the gum
Those
soles.
never-
Yes, bro.
I can believe it.
I remember.
We tried so hard, all of us.
No.
That was a hot color, bro.
We went to New York, and then somebody told us that it was gonna be at no signal the next week, and then we came back and they're like, "Oh, they didn't get them."
she meant Wish.
My bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's good.
Yeah, it was Wish. My bad.
Yeah, they didn't get them.
I don't know why that was in my head.
Wish or what's the other store called down the street? Social Status. Yeah, nobody got them. But yes, that's what we was waiting on, and nothing happened. But yeah, I don't know what happened with that release.
Never went down.
Like, I think that was honestly just not a GR. It was never supposed to be a GR, but I think it was just kind of like looked at like that.
That colorway was too hard to be a GR.
Bro, that shit was too tough, bro. Too tough.
That nice little like lilac purple, like that shit was perfect.
Yeah.
Anybody could wear that.
Yeah, they snapped, but yeah,
I had the gum sole too, right?
Yeah.
See.
I just feel like we're just moving towards a lot of like collabs and stuff. So it's just about who you get and how you work with them.
What's a dream collab for y'all that y'all would like to see? Like
Kid Cudi and Adidas.
That was fast.
Yeah, because personally, I don't. This is no offense to Kid Cudi at all. I don't think he's ever had the right people around him when it comes to his clothing and shit.
I don't know. It was whatever the fuck he did slapped on.
Yeah, and I feel like he's too iconic for that, bro. Way too iconic.
I feel that.
That's
a good question. Because to me, the people that I want to see collab, they've had collabs of some sort. So to me, I gotta think about.
Who else would I say?
That's a good question. Who would you say?
I mean, I can't really think of it.
I think I got
see like
somebody.
a collab from that I haven't already seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
A collab from already. Like every time I see like a new collab, I'm like, damn, I wish I wasn't even thinking that I would like something like this, or that they would come over to decide to do that shit.
I would say that I do want to see more collabs with non like streetwear brands. That makes any sense, you know? Because
Give me an example.
Okay.
You want Kid Cudi to do a collab with NASA?
Oh shit.
I mean, that's basically what I just heard.
That's not what I was hearing.
That's what you get from not streetwear to go straight to NASA?
That shit's hard. Or like Elon Musk collab with Adidas.
Ooh, I would love to see Elon Musk collab with anything.
No, it has to be Adidas for me. I'm straight on Nike shit.
No, I mean,
I'm
not talking about just shoes. I'm talking about anything.
No,
like,
I guess that's more the take. Like
that's why I said Adidas, because he does his own clothing brand. He made his own clothing brand for his. He named it after his child, correct? That like.
Kid Cudi?
No, Elon Musk.
Elon?
Yeah, he did
What's
something.
that child's name with the numbers?
Yeah, he did something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. I just thought people I like to do a collab. I just don't want it to be with Nike. I feel like they'll just take their aesthetic. Like they'll make a Tesla type shoe. Like, you know what I mean? Like
a space shoe.
Like literally, like just that.
That is the one shoe though that I love from Nike. That Mars Yard shoe
I knew you was going there.
Not the second one, the boot shit. I don't like the boots, but the sneaker. Yeah, that was great. Great storyline, all that shit. Them shits was amazing.
I just want something new in my life, man.
Yeah, because like I just want to see a collab that's just like with pieces that like not like shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe like in like accessories collab or some shit. I don't know. Just something that I usually don't see. Huh?
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, that's happened. A lot of brands do that before. It's kind of like the before the drop to do like, you know, if they're doing a skateboard collab with a shoe, they'll probably do like a couple of free skateboards or like a couple decks. I get what you're saying, but once again, it just depends on the person who's in the team. I mean, you know, I'm giving Adidas a lot of credit, but it could just be the simple fact that people are more open to things with Adidas rather than Nike. When Nike's like, chances are they're meeting you like, okay, what should you want to do? And versus Adidas are like, okay, what do you just want to accomplish?
That's true. That's true.
And that's one thing I was loving last year from Nike was the SB collabs. Like that was the only thing where it seemed at least like somewhat creative, where they was kind of like letting them do what they was doing. Like from, my favorite ones that came out that I wish I would have been able to get was the Kevin Bradley. He's like a skateboarder, and he did some blazers and some blazer highs and blazer lows.
Yeah.
And they were like super great. Sold out instantly, even though I don't feel like it should have been like that. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. But Grateful Dead's from Ben and Jerry's.
I just feel like Nike, I don't know. I don't think nothing's genuine on that side.
No, I agree.
I just feel like they just prep you, and then from there you think you're like, oh, this is fire. Like the SB wave, this is all he say, she say shit, but we can just thank Travis for that. And it's like, oh my God, Travis bought SBs. Let's just collab with the newest best thing. That's it. Call it a day. That's like, I'm not even gonna take it there, but yeah. I just feel like any rapper could have got an SB last year. Like anybody.
What you mean? Like
if Offset would have said, "Hey, I'm the best sneakerhead in this fucking game. Give me an SB," then Nike would have given it to him.
Oh, okay.
With no respect. No one would give a fuck. It would have got sold out regardless.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought you was about to say like it would have just sat, but yeah.
No, it would have sold out regardless. The SB wave, the Nike wave, and this is, to your points, kind of just great marketing. Just like they know what to hop on right then and there. I feel like Adidas it's just in their own. They're really both in their own fucking lane. Respectfully.
No, they are because I mean, really, with both brands, I feel like they have like their pocket, but Nike's pocket is fucking huge. Because to me, I don't know about dropping until the shit already sold out. Same thing with Adidas, but the shit's still on their site.
Yeah, I just feel like name. I don't know if y'all can, but name just like one like Nike event that you went that you feel like was just fire.
Nike event?
Yeah, or pop up or shop or anything.
I've been nowhere.
I've only been to Nike.
Yeah, I mean, but to me, even the Nike store versus the Adidas store like in New York or even go to the outlets, I just always feel like Adidas is just better. Like Nike just like come wear our tech and work out.
Oh my god. Okay, with that being said, yeah, it's just cleaner in there.
Yeah, like I just.
But
I don't like either of the Nike or Adidas stores here.
Well, yeah, but then it's like I'll never buy anything from either store because like I don't really wear their stuff that they're selling.
The Nike store, to your point, is like very like techie, sporty, whatever, and then the Adidas store is just too damn small.
Like, I like the Adidas store at Lenox. It is a little small, but I like the Adidas store at Lenox. It's cool.
That's alright.
I think it got bigger.
High standards over there.
Mr. Footlocker.
Yeah, Mr. Footlocker. Yeah, I like.
Listen, my house of Hoosie looking right. we got everything you need. Nike, Adidas, Puma, shit, whatever you need, we got it, baby.
I feel like I just moving forward. I just feel like we'll just see where both brands want to go. I think we're at that point where any brand can live out here, bro. It just depends where you want to be. That's it. You don't have to be at the top to eat. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's
very
true.
Adidas, although I may put them at the
find you one person.
Yeah, although I may think of these at the top, but like someone may say different, and they're also eating, so it is what it is.
Yeah. I just think that with Nike, like we kind of said that last episode, like that it's never going away. That hype is never going away, and at this point, sneakers is never going away.
Yeah, I think it's just me, and people, all of us, just growing up. Like the Jordan shit is cool, but bro, like it is what it is. I'm over it.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. Only because like I never really cared for there's like what 13 or
23.
23. I only care about like 4.
Bro, 9 times out of 10, if I'm trying to get a shoe, it's just to make money off of it. Like that's all it is. Nike is just like stock at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
but
that's it.
That's not even what I said. Which I said is marketing. So it just depends what you value at this point. Like to a point, my friend, even James, it was just like I will always fuck with Jordans because of the story, and I respect that. But it's just like at this point,
I feel like a lot of people still feel like that.
And to me, it's not even about this. I don't think so. I think more people care about resale than the story. Like that's why Nike's was trying to do the whole if you're a real skater for the SBs and asking questions and shit because it's not. No one gives a fuck about the shoe anymore.
I mean, I definitely think a lot of people are for that resale, but but listen to me. Like,
listen to me.
there's a reason why even these non-reselling ass Jordans still be like selling out in stores because people it's still like a thing for a kid to want a pair of Jordans. Like that's still like that's like always like a thing.
Go
ahead.
No,
you go first.
You got it, bro.
Go.
I hear that point, right? And that's cool because it's still money being made. What I'm speaking of is on the aging factor. To me, and I could be wrong, I feel like the lifespan of Jordans is just the fact that until you can get your own money. Since I've been able to make my money, I stopped buying. Respectfully, I stopped buying.
That's true. But I feel like there's still like a lot of people who even after they get their own money because they establish that getting a Jordan is a thing, because kids made fun of them in school to not have Jordans and now they have to get Jordans, they still kind of stick with that. And I definitely think that's something that's probably I don't see that.
Mars is team Jordan, team Nike.
I was gonna say I don't think it's gonna go away, not because of the story or the I think it's because of influencers. Because me personally, I didn't care for Jordans. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it's about who you're around, and then what Jordans are kind of telling you when you're like.
But see, that's my point. I'm not gonna. Let's not forget the Jordan 1 rave that started last year, and thankful to Travis and Kylie and everybody was wearing 84s and 94s and all these old ass Jordans, and that to me that's a testament to the times. Why are we in 2021 and you're
trying to find 40-year-old Jordans.
Yeah, that shows the.
It's not because you care. It's because you see somebody else.
Exactly, and that's my point. Like, and don't get me wrong, we all know fashion repeats itself, all this shit repeats itself. So it's gonna happen in any brand. But to me, it just goes to show you, like, hey, your best influencer had to go back 40 fucking years. Shit.
Like, to me,
the biggest. I agree with that.
I mean, I've seen it all, like, in every type of media. Like, when it comes to television and all the reboots and all the remakes, it's like, it's just nostalgia selling right now. And to me, I really want it to stop. Because to me, I've seen really nothing innovative in a while. And to me, like, well, I'm not consuming everything and anything, so that's just my perspective. Yeah. But the things that are being sold is like, hey, remember that? To me, Gossip Girl. That shit ended in, like, 2012. Why is it coming out again as a remake? You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
You know, but because to me, like, you can still watch the show and it's not old. But to me, it's like hey, let's to the point people are a little bit younger that may not know about Gossip Girl, maybe saw their older siblings watching it, never got to watch it themselves.
Things are gonna get remade at a faster rate.
I think we're at a time period, and B said it best, where nostalgia is the new future, and it's a little scary, but I think it's promising because now you can see inspiration and take it and make it into something else. Before, I think that was deemed as copying, but now it's seen as respectable. If I was to take a trucker hat that said "I love NY" and turn that NY into anything, it's seen as respectable. You feel me? It's seen as a flip, nostalgia. And I feel like if you took that same concept and put it back any years before, it'd have been seen as corny.
I mean, but to me, I still think it's corny. I think it's money grabby.
I mean, yeah, that's your opinion. You can say that, and to some degree, I feel like anybody can really say that. But I don't know. I just think we're in an era now where once you give respect to where your ideals came from, it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
People not gonna care. If it looks cool, they're gonna buy it still.
Yeah.
It's funny. This actually reminds me. Y'all seen how Malawa, is that her name?
Mola, yeah.
Mola.
My bad. I just got caught up again.
Yeah, I say it shorter. I think Mara says that they're right.
What she get caught up with now?
Well, basically, it was
stole another hat. Yo, relax on my black queen. What the fuck?
I forgot. Remember when we were like younger and it was those 3D like models? That game. So, it's like yeah, you can tell the story.
It's like I can't remember, but basically what she's saying. So there's two instances. She got caught up with this other woman that designed the furry hats. Yeah. No disrespect for that woman, but furry hats has been around since God knows when. But that does not take away the fact that Moala contacted, and I don't want to pronounce her name wrong, but she contacted her on those hats. You know, so no disrespect to her.
And the hats did look pretty damn identical.
Yeah. Now, damn, I wish I could remember that exact game. Yeah. But basically, someone was doing renderings for her, and they were talking about doing collabs and this and the third, and she ended up just doing it by herself. She basically
ghosted her.
Yeah. And you know, I was watching the current interview. I'm not done yet, and I really do feel sympathetic for her because, and I don't think she gets enough credit. She didn't ask for none of this. She asked, if anything, to be Kanye's creative director, and she genuinely started a whole own wave. And to me, and I'm not disrespecting any upcoming designer because I am one, but you have to take things with a grain of salt. I'm not about to hit up Young Thug with my best ideals. Like, maybe if I'm in his room or something, you know what I mean? But I'm not just, you can't trust just anybody, bro. And designing it's unlike music. When music is like, you can try to copy it, it may not be the same. But after you got, especially being a good designer, after you see it and figure out how to make it, yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? And I'm not, go ahead.
I was about to ask, does that make it like okay for what she's doing
in
that case?
It doesn't make it okay, but at the end of the day, I look at this with, if I was sending somebody my designs early, I'm taking a risk regardless. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. No matter who the fuck it is. It could be Kanye his fucking self. But I've heard stories about Virgils and these Kanyes that like, you know, oh, we want you to intern. AKA go to the Off-White lab and be my bitch. And we're going to change your label to my label. You feel me? And that's music. That's sampling in music essentially. You know what I mean? And then fashion is just a little different because you're putting to all those designers that's, again, their ideas stolen. They're doing this in circumstances that are not the same as in a Moala, as in a Kanye. Like, we need this to eat, bro. You know what I mean? And y'all are taking from that.
And I think, to me, the biggest issue when she was caught up doing all that is, in both instances, she was the instigator of the communication. Like, oh my God, I love your stuff. And then to the point of the person, like, why the fuck you sending her all this shit? You know what I'm saying? To me, DMs are not a contract. Like, why are you sending her all this stuff? Yeah. But they did.
That's still a thing.
And then she was like, oh, okay, bet, we're gonna collab. I'm gonna get my production team, both instances, boom, ghosted them. And then we see it months later as if she did it all by herself.
And I don't want to make it like unclear that like I don't think any of us like don't care for the designers, but like we do. I just always like look at things for what it is, and it's like don't be naive to getting your chance.
No, yeah. I mean, because to me with all this stuff, I feel like it's not who did it first; it's who did it.
Oh, most definitely, always who did the best.
Like I want to say best because it's not about best, it's about who has the backing, and that's her. So to me, for you to find somebody that doesn't have it, take their idea, you got the backing for it. How much bigger it is, like you're still not right for doing that.
I stand by that completely. I still think it's about who did the best because I'm not gonna lie to you. She hasn't made nothing to blow me. I don't think hopefully nobody away. I haven't seen nothing from her that's like, oh my god. Her as a person is what people like. And I was watching the current interview. She was like, bro, you really started a whole new trend. And I think she's one of the forefathers to this Y2K movement. This be yourself, I'm grungy, kind of pop, kind of whatever I feel. And I give her all that respect. But what comes with that is the fact that she is staying hip to who is making what. You know what I mean? And unlike the Kanye's and other things, she is touch like you can touch mold. You feel me? You can do the whole canceling and it will affect her.
Yeah.
So it's different. She's not in that position. But I don't know. Just watching that interview just made me really understand that like she's just learning like just like any one of us. And I think she's put in a position because of the Kanye cosign that you would think that she has this great backing when she doesn't. Because her shipping takes forever. She fucks up just as much as we do. And this is no excuse by any means. But on both parties, it's just like, to your point, you have a production team and want to take these ideas. And then at the same time, her flip is like, hey, I contacted these people with the right intentions, but I do have other people I have to listen to. And that's always been her thing. Like, hey, I do genuinely fuck with you, but if my A, B, or C says, yo, it'd be better if you just cut them off. I mean, that's a moral type of thing. And you can look at that as you want, but she got to eat, you feel me? Respectfully, if I was in her shoes, I would have paid. I do this with anybody. Even if I know I'm going to make less or more on the drop, I'm just paying you for the idea.
Yeah.
Simply that, and, I can't really speak for any of the designers or people.
Yeah, it's also like this another scenario. So long story short, this makeup artist was going off on, I forgot what her name was, but it was this celebrity. I think the girl from I was the name. But basically, he did her makeup, and she posted the makeup and didn't tag him. And he basically went off like that's like you lose. I'm losing a lot.
I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah. And of course, in my mind, I'm just like, at this day and age, like that should be in whatever contract you have with that person. Really, everything should be in writing. Like of course, in my mind, if she paid for the service, she don't have to fucking tag you for shit.
Yeah.
She paid, but at the same time, it's another form of payment. So really, I'm paying twice. Give you cash money and give you followers. I can give you more cash money.
It really just depends how you think about it. I had this talk to Jaden. Shout out to Jaden. He was just like, bro, like we're in a phase where like even if nobody tags you, if they want to, they figure it out. And I told him, I was like, respectfully, bro, if Kanye wears my shit, I want my tag. I don't give a fuck.
No, yeah.
I'm not trying.
Tag is important.
It's very important.
People are gonna super sleuth it and try to find it out if they like it, but they have to really like it.
Yeah,
at that point,
I want my motherfucker.
That tag just makes it like easy, like for people who are haphazardly carrying. And they're just like, oh, this is where we get it.
Because if you think about it, all Kanye did and said was, Moala is the creative director of this Gap shit. We haven't heard nothing about Gap since, but Moala's been killing it. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like
that name drop, that tag, that shit.
That's all that mattered. You feel me?
But to the same point, like you have to put that shit in your paperwork.
Yeah.
You have to like include that, like, hey, if I do this for you at this price, that includes a tag. Now, if you don't want to tag me for whatever reason,
you can pay me some more money.
Exactly. if that's what you want to do, or you could just like not offer that, whatever. That's however you decide to do it. But it's to the same kind of point that you were saying. Like you have to make sure your shit is in order beforehand,
dude.
Yeah, because to bitch afterwards is just like
yeah, exactly. And at the same time, it's just like I feel like a lot of people are in that position where they're just like, damn, I kind of have to.
Eat.
I gotta. Well, not that, but I gotta give this out to get this kind of like chance. So
yeah,
but at the same time, you have to understand that when you do that, you still taking a risk.
Yeah, because I mean the same thing.
It could pay off. It could not.
The same thing I could say with Koi. When I did the collab with Koi, I did all that shit off of free will and hoping for the fucking best. So I understand these designers that do it because you're thinking for the best. You're not thinking of reality. You're thinking of the best case scenario for yourself. So she could have easily been like, all right, cool, done. Get somebody to redraw. I always think about shit like that when I work it, and it's. Like I said, I really understand the designers because I'm in their position. There's been several times where people hit me up for merch and this and the third, and I just do it. and I send them the mock-ups. And just because they don't have the files, don't mean they just because she didn't have this shit, don't mean she can't remake it.
Yeah.
You feel me? They know what they're fucking doing. So like, it's always a risk, man. But one thing I'm starting to learn, and to any designer watching this, like, it's not, and I deem like this is not disrespectful to be a business professional, because you have to look out for yourself. Them niggas not looking out for you. They want what you have. That's it. And morally we can get into that. It's a different discussion. But everybody's looking out for themselves, bro. Like, you only got 15 seconds on that stage, so just do what you can.
No, yeah, I mean, like, I definitely understand where both sides are coming from, but at the same time, it's just the fact to me. It's like, okay, once you made a mistake, now I'm just like, who else? If you're being honest, like who's next? The whole,
yeah,
Hip Hop Harry song.
Oh, you talking about
who she might work with next?
Who she might take from next? Is that what you're saying?
I think all these.
I mean, at that point, it's just like you done seen it happen twice. You fool me once. You know the saying?
Yeah.
Like, you done seen it happen, and you still gonna do your shit?
But to me, it's like, not trying to be that guy, but there's several rappers like that. There's several designers like that. They just don't get as canceled as much because they're not with these times. But, bro, Virgil's been killed about how many times he's been through that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But I'm saying, like, after you done seen two people go through it, it's like, okay, what you think about that?
Yeah.
You think you about to be the different nigga?
Like, fucking weak.
And
different
then to
nigga.
me, the reason why I wasn't like giving too much shit because like people influence me because she's so accessible. This to me like Kanye Virgil like shit from way up there. This is now it's like, oh, I can point.
That's somebody I would like to see work. I'm not gonna lie, I she's going through her shit right now, but I would still like to see her grow. I don't know how old she is, cause she said in her interview like she remember when she was 24. So I don't know how
she was like late 20s.
I guess so. I'm not sure, but that's someone I would like to see grow and then work with like an Adidas, because I think she's definitely still there. She's likable.
She's 26.
The creativity. She's not old. The creativity is definitely still there. I think she's fire. And yeah, I just feel like it's just a moment. Yeah, she's 26 years old, bro. Yeah, bro. I don't know what the fuck she was doing before Kanye. You feel me? Like, all this shit just happened. This is no excuse. I'm just saying. But I like people to remember, like.
No, this has been a thing, but now we can see it.
Yeah, like. Yeah. I want people to remember, like. Just because you get co-sign doesn't mean you're ready for everything. You know what I mean? Or just because you get this amount of followers don't mean you're ready,
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, all because it's been a thing that we, like, shouldn't be people to kind of stop it from being a thing.
No, I'm not agreeing with the been a thing situation. Because I feel like fashion is like that. No matter what you do. If I was to contact... No, this is an example on TikTok. What's the shit? The girl had contacted Now News about a film. No, Now News.
That girl.
Yeah,
she did the whole
I saw
Happy Death Day type of event with the black
Netflix movie with the black guy reliving his life. She did the whole
What's wrong with this nigga, bro?
I was just telling her.
Respect this nigga, bro.
Whatever.
This nigga's respect. This nigga's wildin'.
Nothing against Joey.
This nigga over here was over there living the same day.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with him.
The black guy.
I'm talking about the story because in the original creators, it was just a black man that was reliving getting killed by a cop on a day to day. And they took it and they gave it to Netflix and she got no credit.
Yeah, but at the same time, I couldn't sympathize. I was like, why are you making this film in the first place? Personally, like, you're Asian.
Hey. I mean, why does white people make black films? What?
I don't want that either.
So now we can't have allies? She can't be an ally.
It's always an ally until it's like a...
She can't be a creative. She feels. She can understand. She's trying to understand.
Last time I checked, people of all colors are killed by police. Why pick on the black people? Because that is the talk of the town at the moment. That's what I'm saying.
So she thought she could catch a break by also, being creative. I'm sorry.
What?
She thought she can catch one. Like, this is a topic that's at hand. That will forever be at hand. I think this is creative. Let me go with it.
Yeah, which is why I'm not tripping, because if they would have gave it to a white person like you said, I'm like, okay, yeah, like give it to the POC over there. But the man was black that made the movie, so
I feel bad for her. And
wait, so the man who made the movie was a black guy?
The director was a black guy.
Yeah, full black everything.
I'm not mad.
Oh wow, that's low key racist.
It's not racist. It's just
I'm a little less upset though.
All kinfolk.
I know. I mean, I don't give a fuck who made it. It was an original idea that she came up with, or somewhat original. We've seen Happy Death Day, and there's probably other movies similar to it.
That's kind of also the thing.
That's something like she's not the first one to make this kind of film.
It doesn't matter.
She just made it in a. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who made it. It doesn't matter who made it first. Matter who made it best, and that's
she didn't make it best then.
That's the point. That's the point that Netflix got to it. But to me, it's arguable that she didn't make it best because they didn't change anything. Oh, they got Joey Badass. They got a better production. That's all they did. If they would have changed up the story, then I would have been like, okay, you know?
I'm feeling for the girl.
I
said that.
And they didn't change anything according to what she said.
Exactly.
You know? We don't know the full story.
Okay, yes, right. That's true. I mean, I'm
really backing this girl. Do you know her?
I'm backing anybody indie, regardless. I fuck with Netflix. Y'all know that. Today I die. But, like, I do believe at the end of the day, because I'm a designer, we're all creative in our own way, that, you know, we get inspired a little bit. We search on the internet, you know.
And I mean, still all in all, if like something like that happened to me or to you or to anybody we know, it's still like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but you know, I don't picture y'all making a film about an Asian guy or like a white person.
But even if I did like make a story about an Asian person and make a movie for it, if they take it, if the Asian community takes it and Asian gotta do it, I'm just like, damn, bro, I made that story.
Didn't the director of just lost the name. The nigga, I'm gonna have to say it like this, but the Asian movie, the biggest Asian movie, like in the last like
Crazy Rich Asians?
No. You know what I'm talking about.
No.
There we go.
Oh,
Crazy Rich Asians was definitely a big movie, so I wasn't wrong.
Okay.
It was a huge movie.
Didn't he say he was fully inspired by Jordan Peele? Or am I wrong with that?
Inspired by
Jordan Peele and Get Out. He said that, right? Am I wrong?
I think so. He's talking about a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what I'm getting at with that is like, what's the difference? Because even when I watched it, I think I was with you when I was like, this looks really modern as fuck, like an American, like even the house to me, the land, everything, like it looked. It was just Asian people, but you could have had to persuade me that a black nigga didn't, or American didn't shoot that shit.
To me, it's a bit different only because to her point, I forgot her name. It was a shot by shot remake of her film, which is why I'm like, I get why she's mad.
Okay, I got you.
That someone bigger took it, but to me, it's like you're getting mad about a story that, in my opinion, was not yours to tell. That was my thing.
See, and I get that. That's a good point, but I just feel like where I draw that line and where you're not drawing the line, I just feel like if I choose to express myself in that creative mannerism in the person or as another person, it shouldn't take away from the fact that I want to tell this story. I mean, that's rap today.
And I agree with that. And I also think like the difference with Parasite and Get Out and what you're saying, it wasn't a shot for shot remake.
Yeah, it was just like
the same kind of like
watched
idea.
Yeah,
but if you look at like Parasite and you look at the history that
Yeah, I mean,
I forgot. Is he
so
Korean?
that
was a Korean movie, right?
I don't want to. I don't know.
Oh no, he was South Korean.
And, that the community comes from. It's that same kind of thing. Like,
so
that's the story.
So it's okay if I take the story but change the race. Is what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that to me, I feel
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just feel like to take inspiration, but then it's like, at least I'm not a filmmaker, obviously, but I feel like no matter if you're doing fantasy or whatever, you're still inspired by yourself in what you have been through as a person. Yeah. Even those themes are in those movies.
Yeah, okay.
But to me,
go ahead.
Yeah, and I'll say like, to me, like I've heard of Asian people being killed by police just the same. So I'm just like, you didn't have to use this. You could have used something that was more culturally relevant and appropriate, and also was
would have caught buzz though.
More in tune.
Would have caught buzz.
In my opinion. I mean, it didn't catch buzz until Netflix made the movie.
I mean, no, it did catch. Now News contacted her, so it made some type of buzz.
I mean, but Now News ain't Netflix. I didn't see the Now News.
It went up the hill. Like
that's what I'm saying. I get both sides. All I'm saying is I just feel like it's a very thin line because like watching. I continue to say that when we was watching this movie together, I was just like, bro, this looks very like similar to something I would have just normally watched. It just wouldn't have been Asian people or Asian culture. You feel me? But I don't know. Just to your point, she could have done the same thing with her, from her view, understanding who she is and putting it into the movie. And you might have liked it better, might have liked it worse. But I think there's also a point as being a creative where you understand this might be a chance for you. So let's, make the most out of it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
and I mean, the difference with, that's why I was really getting more so at was like with Parasite versus like Get Out is that I feel like those same kind of, the story told in Parasite is very based in like that
culturally
Korean
relevant
culture,
to that,
regardless of Get Out. And I think like inspiration wise from Get Out, like you might get the look and the kind of like same like feel, but you know, it's just like a very, like you said, it's a thin line between like taking some inspiration and flat out like taking a story from someone.
But to me, just like make sure I get the movie straight. It was a black man leaving his home and getting killed by police over and over and over again.
Yes.
To me, the only creativeness was just the repetition, which was also not creative because it's been done in other movies. So to me, I saw it as you took an incident that is very culturally relevant and very culturally triggering, and you put it in a film. And now that this film caught buzz, you told now this that they can show this film. They took it, went to Netflix, gave it to somebody else. Because I know if Netflix would have done this shit and gave her the movie, it would have been a lot worse. I think they were kind of, covering their own tracks. Like, hey, we have this, which of course is also a bit, I don't say like racist or anything like that. But it's like, hey, we're making a very culturally relevant movie. We need to make sure that the backing of the movie is also culturally relevant, which is why they picked the actor and the director and all that other stuff.
I'm not gonna.
But to me, she should brought in as a consultant, as a producer, as something to kind of give her creds. That's what I like.
Making sure like some everybody eats in some type of manner. I agree, but I just feel like there's just very thin lines. I know we can go back and forth with this, so it's not like right or wrong, but there's very thin lines because I look at it like this. Everybody knows if you know Babe that Nigo was literally inspired by Pharrell. Literally inspired by Americans, and he made Babe. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And people think that's the most creative shit ever in the fucking world. And he's literally just took our culture, but he was Asian. You feel me? And then now it's looked at differently. And of course, respectfully, he needs to be looked at differently because it's from a different perspective on ourselves, And I understand that. But at the end of the day, he only took what we was already putting out there. And that's why I'm just like, I feel like this is not taking away from anything because I still think, Parasite is a good movie in its own right. I think Get Out is a good movie in its own right. I just want to understand the line for some different people on like where they draw the line with like, oh, this is biting, or this is great, or this is inspirational. Because I feel like everything is like even me, like from Lucas Liu, from the clothes I make, I feel like if I didn't watch anime at such a young age, I wouldn't have this perspective on my clothing. You know what I mean? And I think it's all about how you want to go about, I guess, showing your inspirations or not. That's all I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say nothing that she was doing. I don't want to say it's biting because it's not like it's an idea. It's real life that she took.
Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, I get your point. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it just comes down to where the credit is given.
Yeah.
And, like, if it's like, yo, shout out this person who did this, like, people will maybe, like, take that and just be like, okay, that's enough. You know what I mean? Or if someone got the little check cut for them, people might take that and be like, okay, that's enough. But when it's like, you just take something, you don't say anything. You just like, yeah, I made this. I created this. No, nothing else came from behind this. This all came from right here. And then, someone finds out that like, oh, this is actually like imagery. People start drawing the lines to where you actually got that from. Then it's like, now it looks like you're biting. But the line changes just based off how much you communicate to people about what you're doing.
What you're doing. And just where you come. Me and B talked about this like forever ago. I think we're in a generation, or at least getting to the point in time where people like to know where you started and where you came from and just who you are as a person, just more than just a brand. And so I think that's all what we're basically saying. It'd be different if, you might look at that girl different if you knew what she, went through.
And then to the point Marcus made, like, the fact that she's saying, to me, not to be, like, rude, but, like, she sounds like she's just hating, Like, I made this movie first. Like, I didn't get any credit. And it's like, okay, cool, but then we saw who did make it and who did get the credit. I'm like, but we're not mad at this.
Yeah.
You know? So not like no shade to her, but at the same time it's like you're not gonna win this.
Yeah. So I just think it just depends on the transparency and just who you want to like more, because that goes back down to the Moala thing. It's like, hey, let's just be honest. If you would have done, let's just use an example. Like if another girl or something comes out like they made a furry pants, we're like, okay, you can get your furry pants, but chances are it still wouldn't have been as big as Moala, who just like her. You know, and that just depends on branding and who we want to decide to be with morally. But I think you came up with the best example. It's like I'm saying things that imitate art or like life or inspiration, but this was literally like lives and things of that nature. So I get that.
Yeah. It's all just about like a balance between where something comes from and how you display it to people, and then where it eventually ends up for.
And then how does what you're producing relate to you? Of course, it didn't have to be because even I remember watching George Lucas talk about Star Wars. The themes are very human, very realistic themes, and then he just kind of took these very simple themes and made this whole universe. And to me, that's
got you.
Yeah, but you know,
I mean that's basically anime too as well. So yeah. If you look at it like that, that's very true. You can look at it in many different ways. You know, Bapesters and then the Air Forces.
Yeah, I mean, cause literally the Force is he said it's God. You know, but of course, in Star Wars, you would never guess that. I mean,
the Force is God.
You could have assumed, but it's he just put it in a way that was you can interpret it whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Force can be whatever you want.
Okay, but yeah, I think you made it the best way. Just like how you take your inspiration, how you go about learning and going and growing. Because back to the fashion thing, I feel like with Bapesters and there's fucking Air Force Ones was rather plain. Bapesters came out and all of a sudden we got patent leather and green, white, and blue and more colorful. And Nigo may have been a colorful person, and that's how he went around and used his ideal. And then Air Force came back with patent leather, colorful shit. You feel me? So yeah, I think you made some really good points with that.
Yeah. Everything kind of cycles into everything else.
Yeah, it does. It's all interconnected, honestly, at this point. Nothing is truly yours.
Literally, it's
everything comes from somewhere.
It's just your time. That's all it is. You may get the most credit for it at that time, but I mean, somebody.
And everybody is inspired by somebody.
Yeah.
Don't ever let anyone tell you that their idea
I think the best people is where you can know where their inspiration. That's just me, bro. That's why I respect Nigo so much. It's he's bro, I love Pharrell. I love Kanye. You know what I mean? When
they put it out there, it's just you can't hate that.
They
already told you where it's coming from.
He's yo, I love Western culture and I want to interpret it in my own way. And I just feel from that point on, now you're just choosing to side with someone that wants to show you their vision on things.
Yeah.
Rather than kind of what you guys are saying.
It doesn't come off as copying or biting because cool, he already told you he was about to make these Air Force looking shoes. He told you. You knew.
And then
you could just appreciate
he's not ashamed because to me
that's
it's you're hiding it.
That's what I was about to get at. I'm a god. I'm a genius. You know what I mean?
This shoe never existed before me. It's
not
like that. It's exactly. That's when
it's
people are just fuck, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You made it seem like this was all you and it wasn't really all you.
Yeah.
It's just it's authenticity at the end of the day.
Literally.
That's it.
And like I said, I just we all can agree that we're at a point now where it's you may like the clothes, but chances are if you know what's behind the clothes, the brand or whatever, you fall for that. I don't know if I'm just talking for myself, but
no, people definitely crave an authentic personality.
Oh yeah, no, I
someone
forgot.
Who they feel is real that they know or can.
I
feel
forgot.
they relate to.
I found this brand that makes T-shirts and those streetwear T-shirts and I was oh, and they're pretty cheap and then just 3 white guys from Oklahoma. I was I'm not buying this.
Yo, sheesh, Oklahoma, what's wrong with there?
It was one of those random shit. I was okay, I get what they're doing, but to me I'm just I can't now that I see where it's coming from. I'm I'd rather buy it from somebody else personally. But to me, I want to be given that choice.
No, but no, she's right though. That's facts. It's there's a lot of brands I'd be this is cool. I don't really like it. I see what's behind it. I'll fuck with it. Whatever. I'm gonna support it. I see a vision. I do that all the time. YouTube be recommending me videos now about upcoming designers and they making YouTube videos. I watched this one dude. And I was he seems pretty cool. And so I went to his page. I think his clothes is pretty cool. And he was really working. I was you know what? I fuck with this. I feel he had way more followers, way more everything than me. But I still DM'd him. I was bro, you're fire. Your work ethic is crazy to me. He had his own studio, had his own everything. I was this is fire. So to B's point, after you see who's kind of behind it,
you either like it more like
that. And I feel that's why a lot of brands kind of nowadays is kind of trying to keep that private look.
Yeah.
Where it's just the clothes because people don't want to really align with themselves because then that's a lot of pressure. So
you have to be a perfect person.
Yeah.
You are your brand at that point.
Yeah, you have to be someone that people really love. Or else your clothes aren't gonna sell now.
Literally.
No matter how fire they are.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
It's the life we live. Well, not the life we live. Well, kind of the life we live. Kind of the life you live.
I hate my life.
Well, then don't. Oh wait.
What?
I was trying to thought.
Are you about to say I don't plan my life out?
No.
It doesn't matter now.
I think she's a little tipsy from the wine, bro.
You drank wine today?
That was in that cup.
Yeah, we've been drinking wine.
Wow, some day drinkers.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel it, so we can end this now.
What?
No, I'm fine.
Y'all drunk that Sutter Home shit, the baby ass shit, and y'all
we didn't drink Sutter Home, brother man. Okay.
He's trying to wild out on this camera. Oh God, that was our first bottle, bitch. All right, now we done.
Come on now. You can take a whole bottle to the head.
Whoa, who do you think the key
So,
is? Who is this?
You know who I am. You know who I am. Yo, I don't know who I am. You don't know who I am.
You know who I am.
All right, y'all. We is done. We are out of here. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And that is all. Too Many Ideas Podcast, episode 15. We are out of here.
Nigga said, you know who I am.
With the point and everything.
With the